Your Denver Broncos just get a great update before a clash with the Chargers that is looking more and more like a must-win game if the Broncos want to win the AFC West. But don't take my word for why this is such a great matchup. In this video, we go behind enemy lines, talk to the biggest NFL creator on all of TikTok who is a Chargers fan. His name is NFL Mike. And before the comments just blow it up, because I know everyone's going to say it, Mike does have a medical condition. Doctors say that he is what is known scientifically as like a punchable face. Give him some grace on that. Otherwise, dunk on him. Broncos Country, here he is. Let's let it breathe. Oh my goodness, he's back. It's NFL Mike. How you living, big dog?
Oh, same old, you know?
Just biggest NFL creator on TikTok, man. Just
biggest.
Guns out.
Yep, awesome. Doing my push-ups is what I was about to say.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, Broncos Chargers, you're at the top of the AFC West. Are the Chargers for real, man? After 2 weeks, I'm like, all off season, I just was crapping on them, and now I'm a little worried. Are you guys for real?
This is what everyone does every single year, right? Either the Chargers get the most hype of the entire NFL, and everyone's like, oh my God, this is the Chargers year. Or no matter how much I'm screaming into the microphone, we won 11 games in year one of Jim Harbaugh. His year twos always go for 12, 13, 14 games. Then people don't believe me all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, I totally could see it. All right, let me push back a little. So Joey Bosa leaves. He says really early on in Buffalo, hey, my first 6 weeks here, I spent more time and have more friends than I did my whole career with the Chargers. Is the hype about Harbaugh like building chemistry and who's got it better than us? Or is Bosa just a hater?
Well, Bosa's clearly talking about other coaches. He worked with Harbaugh for half a season. He didn't even play. He didn't even play. He hardly played the whole season that he was even on the team with Harbaugh. So, I mean, I think Bosa is the type of player that came from Ohio State, and it's kind of like getting drafted to the Browns. It's like going from, the best team in college football at the time to getting drafted to the Browns, 4th overall, and he just had to eat a bunch of sandwiches. He just didn't like it, and he spent 10 years almost eating sandwiches, so he's got a new outlook on things. I'm happy for Joey Bosa. I don't even know why he's still talking about the Chargers. I hope he does well. I hope he stays healthy. He looks great in the first 2 games with the Bills so far. I don't think that comment has anything to do with Harbaugh at all. I think it mainly has to do with the fact that, honestly, the Chargers had some players on the team for those years where we struggled with bad attitudes, a little bit selfish. You know, maybe wearing 49er gear around town while you're a Charger might make people not like you a little.
Who did that?
Who did that? Was it?
I honestly don't know who did it.
I don't see very many times where Diggs is wearing a Diggs jersey. I don't see Diggs wearing a Cowboys jersey around. So I don't know.
Yeah. Dang, man. Wow. I get what you're saying. Oh, so he was wearing his brother. Okay, that totally makes sense. Okay. Okay, so then all right, you had some offseason losses, injuries. What have you done to kind of fill in there? Let's start Poona Ford, one of your highest ranked players last year, gone. Who's the fill in there?
Well, the reason they let Poona Ford go is because the Chargers have been building the interior of their D-line with guys that people aren't even talking about, like Tierra Tart, like the Quan Han, like these guys, like I can't say his last name, Igoble or whatever his name is. He can't really like stay healthy and stay on the field, which is why I haven't learned his name yet. But they have guys in rotation in the interior, especially Tierra Tart. This dude's been balling out since he got to the Chargers last year, but this year so far, he's been the bully of the center of our defense, like Poona Ford, who people don't bring up was a rental. It wasn't like Poona Ford was signed to be the future of D tackle for the Chargers. He was a 1-year deal, then let go, and they extended guys behind him longer than 1 year. It was pretty clear from the jump that Poona Ford probably wasn't going to be someone they used the cap space they had on. They did save their cap space for players like Keenan Allen later on in the offseason. And now we have cap space in the situation to throw at D-line that we lost Khalil Mack. So that's kind of the big thing. Poona Ford wasn't that big a loss as everyone's thinking because the scheme made Poona Ford ball out a little bit more. You force a lot more one-on-ones in this scheme with that D tackle on the center, on the guard, and Poona Ford is a great pass rusher that ate on that. But Tierra Tart is that next level of run stopper as well. And Tierra Tart could be the next Poona Ford that just balls out at D tackle with the Chargers, hits his contract year, and the Chargers go, you know what? We could probably get somebody for way cheaper to do the same thing again. Round 3.
Yeah.
The biggest loss, Ben, is Khalil Mack. By far, that will be the biggest, I think, to me, just my thoughts as a Chargers fan, being honest, that's a bigger loss than Sean Slater.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. So what is the status of that? We're recording this on a Tuesday, but looking at this, the frame by frame, it did not look good. Is it a broken arm or like, what are they saying?
The report was an elbow injury, but they're getting testing done today. I don't know. When you see a guy's arm fold backwards the wrong direction in half, you assume something broke, something tore, something went wrong in there. The fingers crossed thing is hopefully it's bones and not ligaments. If it's bones, we're talking months. If it's ligaments, we're probably talking, playoffs will be praying end of playoffs they could get back by then. If he tore a bicep, tricep, anything in the elbow. But I don't think Khalil Mack's going to be there for this game by any chance. I wouldn't expect to see him out there.
Okay. So then, yeah, you had $90 million in cap space, and even just looking at Chargers Reddit, seems like not a lot of excitement over your acquisitions, and even just seeing that Evan Ingram visited both the Broncos and the Chargers and decided he wanted to play with Bo Nix. How did you feel about your offseason acquisitions, and are you hyped with like Mekhi Becton? You trust his knee and all that kind of stuff? Okay.
I was stoked about the offseason for the Chargers overall because you could tell that there was a plan. Before, it seemed like the Chargers were just trying to get their hat thrown in on everything, trying to just be that team and it just only works when you have some success in the culture already built on it. Like the Eagles are in on every trade, sincerely. They don't stop. And it works out for them because they've built a system that they can plug and play superstars that actually takes them to the next level, where if they did get Micah Parsons, it would have taken them to the next level. But the Chargers are still trying to set that culture. And I think in future years, that's what you're seeing this cap be saved for. The Chargers are top 3 in cap space still for the second straight offseason coming up this next year. And I think you're going to see the Chargers start swinging that money when they say, you know what? This is the Super Bowl caliber roster that we've been trying to build for the last couple of years. The Mekhi Becton addition has already paid off huge because with Rashawn Slater going down, now Justin Herbert is putting the pass rusher that has to rush Trey Pipkins on that side of the line in a pinch. Mekhi Becton is shutting his stuff down so far. I don't want to cuss on the show, but he's been shut it down at that guard position. So Trey Pipkins can kind of play it like he did with Max Crosby, like he did with Chris Jones. For Chargers fans that have been watching it, I don't know if Broncos fans are watching the Chargers tape getting ready for this week, but key in on this. We are purposely leaving Trey Pipkins on an island. And Trey Pipkins is either pushing the edge rusher in if they rush in and then Herbert rolls around him, or Trey Pipkins is allowing Max Crosby to go around and try and chase Herbert, and Herbert goes underneath. And then he's either way, Herbert's buying 3 to 5 seconds extra every time they put the best pass rusher on the right side. So what the Chargers offense is basically doing, either you can try and abuse our weaker tackle on the right side, but then Justin Herbert's going to cook you, or you got to go and try and put him up against Joe Alt.
Right.
That's your choices. That's your choices.
Control Alt Delete for sure.
So that's your choices, and it's working out so far for the Chargers without Rashawn Slater. Just imagine what we would be with Rashawn Slater. I think that's the big change in the Chargers offense, where we're throwing it a lot more, because they realize that spot right there where you can't guess if we're running right or left, it's not as powerful, especially early on in the year. Maybe we'll start to develop it even more throughout the season, but it is powerful when you just let Herbert make that decision right or left instead.
All right, let's just take a breath and appreciate where we are right now. We're not speculating about rumors and free agency and who might go here and who might we draft. We have football back, and it is so exciting. And to help make this weekend of football watching even more excited, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to this presenting sponsor of this video. We're talking, of course, about DraftKings Sportsbook. And they have a phenomenal offer right now to help us celebrate that football is back. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and you get $200 in bonus bets instantly. All you have to do is head over to your favorite app store and download the DraftKings app, and then make sure you enter my promo code STDenver and you bet $5 and you get $200 in bonus bets instantly with promo code STDenver. Once you're in, you can check out all the different ways that you can play, like live betting while the game is going on. You can build a same game parlay for a shot at an even bigger payout. So what are you waiting for? Head to the App Store, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, and remember, always game responsibly. Like I admit, I think Justin Herbert's a baller, man. I thought the Marion Hampton pick was not a good move, and seeing him like last week against the Raiders, Herbert's your leading rusher, and having an aging Keenan Allen and a Ladd McConkey who's kind of injury prone, and he's not much bigger than I am. That's not a winning recipe. Were you okay with the Omarion Hampton pick in the first round, or do you wish they would gotten another receiving target for Herbert?
No, I don't want another receiving target. We have so many receivers. We have receivers on receivers. That's all I could tell him on a Broncos channel.
Yeah,
Keenan Allen
honestly, yeah.
is tied for third in the league in touchdowns, and he's behind Quentin Johnston. I mean, I don't know if the Chargers receivers are really struggling that much here to start the year. They're absolutely balling out. They almost look uncoverable when Herbert has time down the field right now. The rushing attack is a little bit worrisome, but like I said, I do think that the whole plan gets kind of shifted when you have to change your whole lineup a week before the season starts. You saw late in that Raiders game, Najee start to get going. The plan wasn't to just roll out Omarion Hampton as the starting running back in the first place. It was supposed to be Najee as a starter, and then he lit a firework off in his face in the offseason and missed all that practice. And you know how Harbaugh is. If you miss practice, no matter what it is, it's your fault or not, you missed practice.
Totally.
You're probably not going to start at the very minimum. And we've seen it. He didn't start the first game, but then in this second game, Najee starts to get some run later in the game, and you could tell the experience because Omarion Hampton thinking a little bit, trying to find the hole, and when he does find the hole, it looks great. Najee, you could tell he gets that ball. He's one mindset. I'm just going straight downhill. Jim wants me to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards is a great run. And let's move on to the next one. And I think against the Broncos, we're going to see some Najee. We're going to see some Najee. And I think we're going to see some Hampton too. We will. But especially in those situations where we have like 3rd and 3 and you can't guess whether we're going to run it straight up the middle or play action boot with Herbert, where Herbert can run or throw a touchdown pass to Quentin Johnson or a touchdown pass to Labakaki, and the Broncos are completely guessing, you're just going to get a straight handoff to Najee up the middle.
Well, one of my great friends, NFL Mike, texted me during the Indianapolis Colts game that I was at, and he said, the Denver Broncos have the most overhyped defense in the history of the NFL. What matchup? First off, why did you say that to me and hurt my feelings? And secondly, what do you like about this matchup with the Chargers offense going against the most overhyped defense in the history of the NFL?
I mean, I said that to you just because, I don't know.
You just want to rub my face in it. Yeah.
First Broncos fan in my phone while I was watching that game.
Yeah.
But also I said that because this offseason, everyone was saying the Broncos are going to have the best defense in the league, like by far, without a question. And so far to start the year, they struggle with Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
They're struggling in general to get the same kind of pressure they were last year. And that was my main key point, is that this Denver defense was so good last year because they were unconsciously getting at the quarterback. Teams are going to scheme up for that. You need an elite edge rusher to just say, I'm going to just dominate triple teams and double teams anyways. And I just, from my perspective, as a very unbiased Chargers fan, you know me, I'm unbiased.
Oh yeah.
I don't believe in Nick Bonito the way you guys believe in Nick Bonito.
I mean, he has 15 quarterback pressures this year, which is more than 3 other NFL teams, and he has most pressures of any edge rusher in the NFL now, even Micah Parsons. So I think you'll get to believe him on.
How many points did they give up last week?
Yeah, I mean, that was not good. I think we all were baffled. I think
the secondary to me is not really something that I question too much.
Yeah.
Unless you start to get time to throw it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, man. But yeah, I think the Colts are like a sneaky good team. They're going to win that division now that Houston's gone 2-0 or 0-2. You think Houston still wins that division? Wow.
I do.
Yeah,
I do like the Colts better than a lot thought at the beginning of the season. I did pick the Colts to beat the Broncos. I picked them straight up to beat the Broncos because I knew.
You're the worst.
I also think the Titans offense, like if you play the Titans in the middle of the season and you play a similar level game from Bo Nix, they probably would have beaten you guys too.
Oh yeah, man. There's no disagreement there. I think our offense started to come on. So, I mean, we looked here that the Broncos were the second most explosive offense, or the second highest rated offense last week. Detroit Lions were 1, and then Broncos were number 2. All the talk about sophomore slump from Bo Nix has kind of subsided, knowing that was the Colts team that held the Miami Dolphins out of the end zone until the fourth quarter. I think our offense came on. What do you like about this matchup for the Chargers going against Bo Nix?
Well, the biggest thing is that the Chargers secondary, and I was watching a little bit of the tape that I could get in this morning, they're just messing with Geno's head in that game.
Dude, like they didn't let him throw above 10 yards. Like that was wild.
And it wasn't like we were dropping back in deep cover 4. They were coming up to the line of scrimmage and just messing with his head. Yeah. Derwin's coming on some plays. He's dropping back in coverage on other plays. He's playing man coverage on Brock Bowers. It's just keeping the quarterback guessing. And with Bo Nix, got a little bit of a panic button sometimes where he just kind of throws it and hopes for the best at times. That's not what you want to do against this secondary, especially the way they're playing right now. I mean, they're playing some of the best football I've seen a Chargers secondary play ever in my lifetime. And it's spearheaded by Derwin James. And this is why I say the Khalil Mack injury is such a big deal, because we can make it work on offense when you have this good of a quarterback that can move the ball with his legs and can move the ball with his arm the way he has. You can lose a right tackle if you already have another tackle to fill in at left tackle. You can't lose the edge rusher and expect the secondary to play exactly the same level.
Yeah.
That half second that Khalil Mack forces the quarterback to get the ball out is a long time in football time, and that's going to add up throughout the game. So I do think the Broncos and Bo Nix has a lot better chance at getting after the Chargers defense. But man, this defense was the best defense last year. Statistically, the best defense last year. Statistically, the best defense so far this year. Turnovers, points, everything.
Yeah. Well, I think, man, I think the Raiders overrated. I think the Chiefs are. Do you think the Chiefs win the AFC West this year?
I don't.
Okay, good. I don't either. I think it's one of us. I think it's you or us, and the other team's a wild card and facing the AFC Championship game. All right, give me your score prediction for this game.
I have 30-20 Chargers.
Bro, the Chargers are not about to go score 30 points on us.
That's what they just were saying last year, right? And then what happened?
You did.
Yeah.
One time. Yeah. I mean, that second game in LA, man, it was a crazy, crazy game. And the first one, we came back, and if we had one more quarter, we would have won. And Pat Surtain gets a concussion. It's going to be a fantastic game. I got Broncos 31, Chargers 21.
Oh, so you think they're going to score 30 on the Chargers defense, who,
dude, 100%,
you realize,
without Khalil Mack,
are body slamming teams right now.
Wow, well, it's going to be fun, man. All right, well, so obviously, if you're on TikTok, I guarantee you this dude's in your algo.
Yeah.
Wait, this dude's in your algo because he absolutely can't.
You.
I mean, talking billions, like literal billions of views on there, right?
Not billions, no.
Yes, it is.
Hundreds of millions.
Okay, 100 to me, like I mean, anything over $1 million. That might.
I don't know where I'm at in my career, but last year, at the end of the year, I added up all the views and I hit 99 million exactly.
That is wild.
The year before that was probably a little less, and the year before that was probably a little less.
Wow. Okay, so how do they follow you on TikTok, and then what's your YouTube channel?
Oh, if you guys just search NFL Mike on all platforms, you'll find me. I'm trying to get better at long form videos, trying to get better at it, trying to make more like TikTok styles into podcasts, basically.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, that'll help the most. But yeah, if you guys want to check out Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, I'm on all of them. Twitter,
cool. Just
search NFL Mike. And NFL Mike will come up.
I'll link all those below, and also his Tinder profile. Blow him up, especially after this Broncos win, because we Bo-LIEVE.
So that's the end. Sorry.
Oh no, you do it. Do it.
I was gonna say, ever since the AFC Roundtable thing, I've been doing 100 push-ups a day.
Oh, Graf, watch out. He's coming for you.
Yeah. So next time that happens, I'll be ready.
That's awesome. All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Bolts up.
So there you have it. The Los Angeles Chargers have already lost a starting offensive lineman and replaced him with an absolute turnstile in Pickens, or Pimpkins, or Pipkins, whatever his name is. The fact that we don't know his name is a fantastic sign. Jonathan Cooper, Nick Bonito being able to switch there, Jonah Ellis, somebody on that side is going to feast all game long. And how would the Broncos feel about playing this game if we didn't have Pat Surtain? That's exactly what they have going into this situation without Khalil Mack. I got the Broncos by $1 million. Sunday's also my 40th birthday, so like good things are about to happen in Broncos Country. We got so much to Bo-LIEVE in. Ball don't lie.